What's up, guys? Back with another video, and today we are hopping into another NBA analysis video. As you can see, I'm playing my career while we talk. I just want to switch it up for a bit. We're also just going to answer some questions that you guys had on the screen. So we're just going to start off with our opinions and then move in towards your questions. And yeah, so what I want to talk about is about your take on the Nuggets series. So
Like the series that happened, or
yeah,
like
what just happened this year, like for the Clippers series, Clippers series.
Yeah, it's just honestly, Paul George can't perform to the standard that he was put up to, and he clearly just isn't ready for that type of task. And like I was watching their post-game interviews because like I found that interesting, and they were all just saying how it was their first year together and that they just need time to form. But I think that they should have already had a bunch of time throughout that offseason and the where they got Kawhi and Paul George, and also I know obviously from the time from the NBA stop to the bubble they can't really do anything, but they did have around 50 NBA season games. They had 8 bubble warm-up games. They had a first round. I don't know. I think that they should have performed a bit better than they were supposed to, and I really did think they should have took the series.
Yeah. Also to add on to that, I think it was game 5, I believe, game 5 or game 6, where in the fourth quarter, the Nuggets came back from a 16-point lead and won.
Game 6.
Yeah, game 6 came back from a 16-point lead in the third, and showed out with Michael Porter Jr. Just going out there, Jamal Murray going out there, Jokic going out there. It was crazy, in my opinion. I think it was a great series. So
yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was a good series, but I'm sad now that people aren't going to call it a 3-1 comeback fluke because they did it to the Jazz. But, hey, they're good. I don't think they'll win against the Lakers. Actually, you never know. They weren't supposed to win.
They put up a very good fight in game 1. They dropped 104 on them. So
They came out of the first quarter winning.
Yeah, and honestly, the whole thing is AD dropped 37 and 10, and all it is if Jokic could guard AD from like in the paint, because Jokic is more of a like faster defender, AD is more of a physical defender, so they're kind of like opposite of each other. So if Jokic could adapt to AD's play style and try to defend him like that, I think they honestly do have a good chance.
Yeah, it's just how they're going to contain LeBron, and LeBron is probably one of the best playoff performers out there, in my opinion. I think he's so good in the playoffs, and it just really shows how he came back in the finals against the 73-9 Warriors. 3-1. Yeah. So that's pretty much really the main things. The Heat and Celtics. Who do you think's winning that series, and what in
I think
the
it's
amount
Heat
of games?
in 5.
Heat.
Heat in 5.
Okay.
I think the Heat, they got a nice 2-0 lead to start off. Bam Adebayo is on another level right now. He's playing defensive player of the year candidate, even though like he's playing up to that standard. I know obviously he wasn't a top 3 finalist, but he was playing up to that standard in the past 2 games. He got the game-winning block on Jason Tatum at the rim. You got to have some major balls to guard Jason Tatum driving at you at the rim for game. Literally, if he got dunked on, that would have been on the news for the next year.
Yeah,
because that would have got them the game.
Yeah, it would have been crazy. So this is actually bringing into a question. Ethan Jansen asks, I think the star power that the Celtics bring with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kemba, they have an unstoppable offense, and if Harden can Hayward can come back in game 5-ish, then the Celtics have a true title push. What are your thoughts and opinions on this subject? Well, personally, I don't think Hayward's that good. I think he was only good on the Jazz, no further. In my opinion, I don't think
Hayward's back. He's playing tonight off the bench.
Well, there you go.
He's on monitor minutes though, so he's not gonna play that much.
I don't think he's that good. I think
he's a great scorer, so he's gonna get them those extra buckets that like someone like maybe Marcus Smart, who's not always the most consistent, could get them. Also gives Marcus Smart to be that spark plug off the bench that he's always been for the team. He's like a Patrick Beverley. He just fires up the team, and you need someone like that off the bench. You don't want someone like that to start out a game for you. So I think Gordon Hayward coming back into the lineup, he's probably going to start Game 4, no matter win or lose. So I really feel like Gordon Hayward's going to be a great addition to that team. I just don't see him making a big enough impact where he takes the series over the Heat.
Also, to add on to that Marcus Smart is now fulfilling his proper role and going back to what he's been doing for 6 years now, I believe. Since Gordon
he only
Hayward
got drafted in 2016, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, so yeah,
He's been
4
in the league
years.
that long. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think he's been fulfilling his role like crazy ever since he's started to play for that team, and coming off the bench, I think he played out of his mind against the Raptors, and it really showed how much of an impact one player can have on one series, because the momentum gets crazy once you win a game, get someone going hyped up or something. It really shows in one series. It's all about momentum and playoff experience, and even though Marcus Smart didn't have a lot of playoff experience, he looked like he did.
Yeah, the Raptors would have won that series actually because Marcus Smart made them win Game 2 because, as you know, Raptors going into the fourth quarter were up by 12. Marcus Smart comes out starting the fourth quarter going 5 for 5 from 3 and hitting and 1 3. So he had 16 straight points in like 4 minutes, and that just sold us the lead, and that takes away so much momentum having a guy that's normally a bench player do that to your starting lineup.
Yeah. Second question was, what are your thoughts on the upcoming draft? I know this is a bubble recap, but I love the draft, and I want to hear what you both have to say about it. So, the upcoming draft, it's a very vague topic, but my thoughts are that I don't think... Who's the number 1 pick? T-Wolves?
Edwards.
No.
Team. Yeah, T-Wolves.
Yeah, so T-Wolves. So they're taking probably Anthony Edwards because they don't need James Wiseman. I
don't see them taking Anthony Edwards when they have D'Lo.
I think they're taking him for one of the best backcourts.
I think they're taking Cole Anthony.
I don't think they should take Cole Anthony, in my opinion. I think
they do take Cole Anthony.
They might take him, but I don't think it's the right move for that team. And Anthony Edwards is not small. He's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, that's exactly what D'Lo is, and neither of them could run points, so one of them has to adapt if they do draft him. Or they could go out on a limb and get Wiseman and have a dominant front court with like a 7-foot power forward and Wiseman and having Cat.
Yeah, that would be insane. But I don't think they need it. I don't think they need it.
If the Warriors get Wiseman because they have the number 2 pick, they're going to be set because between Wiseman, Curry, Clay, like that, Draymond Green, they're going to be nice.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be in playoff contention yet, but they're going to be nice.
I honestly think they will be an 8 seed. I think they'll be an 8 seed next year if they get Wiseman, and Wiseman shows out like he is meant to show out for the team. Like everyone's saying he's the best big man in the draft class, which he is, and he really needs to fill big shoes for that to happen. So there's a lot of dynamics that go into this draft, but I don't think LaMelo is going to be top 2 or top 3
This is definitely a weaker draft class, in my opinion.
I don't think he's going to be top 3.
LaMelo, he's going to go probably... I see him going to... If the Knicks get him at 8, that's a great deal, but I don't see him going that much before 8.
I think he's going 4 or 5.
I see him as the 3rd best point guard in the draft.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's going 4 or 5, though. Just because of his brothers.
I don't know. I think he's probably going to go to 6 to 8 range.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be crazy if he does get that far.
But this draft class is probably the weakest in around 5-6 years because going back, we got Zion, John Morant, Kendrick Nunn, that was disgusting last year. Year before that, we had Trae Young, Luka Doncic with Jaren Jackson Jr. Year before that, Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell. Lonzo Ball, John Collins, Bam Adebayo. Year before that, Ben Simmons, Pascal Siakam. Year before that,
I
Porzingis,
hate
Karl
Siakam.
Anthony
He's not good.
Towns.
He's not good.
Porzingis, Karl Anthony Towns. I think since 2014, this is going to be the worst draft class.
Yeah, I agree. Devin, that was by Kyle Dina. Third and last question is by Devin Asante. I'm not sure how to say your last name, so I apologize in advance. The last question is: do you believe the NBA rigged the Knicks draft pick in the past 3 years because they always drop from what they are projected? I don't think they did.
All I'm saying is the frozen envelope in 2011, that's the only rigged draft class that is known to date, and that was to the Knicks, sadly. So I think the only draft class scandal that there ever was and that there ever will be in 2011, where the Knicks were supposed to have Andre Bargnani, but the frozen envelope with the NBA commissioner, he passed away a couple months ago, I forgot his name. That's the only draft class scandal I believe in.
Yeah, so I don't think they did rig it, but yeah, I don't know. They definitely didn't rig it.
And last year you guys got 3, and you got RJ. I don't know. I don't think you guys had a bad pick at all last year.
I don't
Yes,
think
Zion would be nice, but I think you guys having 3 would have been. It's still
top 3
disgusting.
pick is really good,
Yeah.
and I don't think RJ showed out, to be honest.
No, but the Knicks didn't really have much to debut him with, to be honest.
Yeah.
Too.
So that's pretty much the 3 main questions that we got today. Last question. I know everything's changed now. Who is winning the chip?
It's gonna be Lakers Heat in the finals, and I'm gonna give it sadly to the Lakers, but I think the Heat are gonna put up a great fight.
Yeah.
I don't see it being anyone besides the Lakers, but
because of
I do think
how good their dynamic duo is. It's just so good.
it is.
I don't think
like,
anyone comes close.
No, Bam is not going to be able to guard
AD because he's too
AD.
short.
Butler and LeBron have been rivals for so many years. LeBron hit that fadeaway when he was on Cleveland. Butler was in Minnesota. That was disgusting. Like, they've been rivaling at it for so many years, and LeBron's always come out on top. So I really don't see Miami's 2 beating Lakers 2.
Yeah, I think they got it in 5 if those 2 are in.
I think they got it in 6.
Yeah. So yeah, that's probably it because there's not much to talk about now because
There's not gonna be so many more of these videos. We only have a couple left.
well, we're gonna start this up again once the season starts, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'll be a good. I think it'll be a good final series of games, and yeah. So yeah.
Also, quick mention of Giannis winning MVP.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
When did that come out? Yesterday?
It came out yesterday.
Day of filming yesterday.
Yes. So yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
I'm
quick
posting
shout out
this
to
tonight. It's the same night.
Oh right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, news came out yesterday about Giannis winning MVP. So shout out to that. I do think he deserved it over Braun, and I'm just not going to say that much because a lot of people get heated over that topic. So all I'm saying, I think he deserved it over Braun.
I think I don't know. I don't really think LeBron was close to that argument. In my opinion, people might say he was, but I don't think he is because Giannis didn't have an AD. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep, he had a Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna say for that topic. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, it's free, and if you don't have an account, just make an account and subscribe. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.